Have you ever pondered about the current state of our financial system? It's a centralized structure, a web where banks and governments hold the reins, controlling how, when, and where you can access your own money. It's a system that, while efficient at times, is susceptible to economic shocks and instability. Remember the financial crisis of 2008? That was a wake-up call to the world, revealing the fragility of a system that is heavily reliant on a few central institutions. It was a stark reminder that when these institutions falter, the ripple effects are felt by millions of people worldwide. It's like building a house of cards. It's impressive when it stands, but one wrong move and it all comes tumbling down. So is there an alternative? A system that empowers the individual rather than the institution? Enter Bitcoin, a digital currency that might just be the answer. It's a revolutionary concept, transforming the way we perceive and use money. But what exactly is Bitcoin? Well, imagine a kind of money that's entirely digital. It's not a physical coin or bill that you can hold in your hand, but a virtual currency that exists solely on the internet. It's like having an online version of cash or gold, but with the capability to be sent anywhere around the globe in the blink of an eye. Bitcoin operates independently, free from the control of any central bank or government. It's decentralized, meaning no single institution or entity has control over the Bitcoin network. This decentralization makes it immune to government interference or manipulation, providing a level of financial freedom and security not found in traditional banking systems. Transactions with Bitcoin are made directly between users with no middleman involved. This means no banks, no credit card companies, no payment processors, just you and the person you're transacting with. This peer-to-peer nature of Bitcoin transactions makes them faster, cheaper, and more efficient than traditional financial transactions. But it's not just about the technical advantages. Bitcoin represents a shift in our understanding of money itself. It challenges the very notion of what money can be, nudging us to reconsider centuries-old assumptions about wealth, power, and control. It's a form of money that's born from the internet, shaped by the digital age, and designed for a global, interconnected world. But how does Bitcoin maintain its integrity without a governing body? Well, that's where the true genius of Bitcoin lies. It's not just a digital currency, but a sophisticated system of decentralized trust. And we'll delve into that in our next segment on the blockchain, the technology that powers Bitcoin and ensures its security, transparency, and reliability. The secret lies in a revolutionary technology known as blockchain. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly is this blockchain that everyone's talking about? Well, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Let's break it down. Think of blockchain as a public ledger, a record book of sorts, but instead of recording just words and numbers, it's a record of all confirmed transactions, pretty much like your bank statement, but on a much larger scale. But here's the kicker. Instead of this ledger being stored in one place like a bank, it's stored on thousands, even millions of computers all over the world. Each of these computers has a copy of the entire blockchain. These transactions are stored in blocks, and each block is connected to the one before and after it. Hence the term blockchain. It's like a chain of blocks, each block carrying a record of transactions. Now, you might be thinking, if it's public, isn't it easy to tamper with? Well, not exactly. Each block is protected by a complex mathematical problem. To add a new block, this problem must be solved, a process called mining. This adds another layer of security, making it nearly impossible to alter any information once it's been added to the blockchain. So we have a public, decentralized ledger that anyone can view, but no one can alter. That's the beauty of blockchain. It's transparent, it's secure, and it's decentralized. There's no need for intermediaries like banks or governments. Transactions are peer-to-peer, from one person directly to another. No middlemen necessary. And the best part? Because it's decentralized, it's resistant to censorship. No one entity has control over it. So, no matter where you are in the world, or who you are, you can participate in the blockchain. That's the power of this revolutionary technology. So, we've established that Bitcoin is a decentralized, transparent, and secure form of currency, but what does this mean for you and me? Well, Bitcoin has the potential to change the world in many ways. Imagine a world where financial services are not a privilege of the few, but a right of the many. This is where Bitcoin steps in. As a decentralized currency, Bitcoin can provide financial services to the billions of people worldwide who lack access to traditional banking systems. It's like carrying a bank in your pocket where you can send and receive money across the globe in an instant without the need for intermediaries. But the impact of Bitcoin goes beyond just banking. It is a catalyst for a much larger decentralized revolution. Its underlying technology, the blockchain, has the potential to disrupt a multitude of industries. From supply chain management to healthcare, from real estate to voting systems, the applications are endless. Think about it. A transparent, immutable ledger that records transactions in real time could replace the need for intermediaries in many sectors. It could streamline processes, reduce fraud, and bring about a new level of transparency and efficiency we've never seen before. But the most profound impact of Bitcoin is perhaps its challenge to the status quo. It questions the very essence of our current financial system, the role of central banks, and the way we perceive money. Bitcoin's philosophy of financial autonomy and empowerment resonates with many who seek an alternative to the traditional system. However, this doesn't mean Bitcoin is free from criticism. Its volatility, energy consumption, and association with illicit activities have been points of contention. Furthermore, regulatory uncertainties and technological challenges need to be addressed for Bitcoin to realize its full potential. But remember, every revolution comes with its set of challenges. And Bitcoin, as a symbol of resistance against centralized authority, is no exception. It represents a paradigm shift, a step towards a more inclusive, transparent, and decentralized financial future. Indeed, the potential of Bitcoin is immense, but it's not without its challenges. Like any disruptive technology, Bitcoin faces a host of challenges. Let's delve into these challenges. First, regulatory issues. As Bitcoin operates outside the traditional financial system, it has often been a target of regulatory scrutiny. Countries around the world have taken different approaches, with some embracing the technology and others imposing restrictions. The lack of a unified regulatory framework creates uncertainty and can deter potential users and investors. Next comes the issue of scalability. Bitcoin's underlying technology, the blockchain, was not designed to handle the volume of transactions that a global financial system requires. As a result, Bitcoin transactions can be slower and more expensive than traditional methods. This poses a significant challenge to its adoption as a mainstream form of payment. Finally, there's volatility. The value of Bitcoin can fluctuate wildly, often in response to news events or market sentiment. This volatility can be a boon for traders, but it can also create instability and risk for those who rely on Bitcoin as a store of value. But with great challenges come great opportunities. The crypto community is hard at work addressing these issues. Regulatory discussions are evolving, with many countries acknowledging the potential benefits of Bitcoin and working towards a more harmonized approach. Scalability is being addressed through technological innovations like the Lightning Network, which aims to speed up transactions and reduce costs. As for volatility, it's hoped that as Bitcoin becomes more widely adopted and understood, its price will stabilize. In the grand scheme of things, Bitcoin is still relatively young. It's a groundbreaking technology that's challenging the status quo and forcing us to rethink our financial systems. And while there are certainly hurdles to overcome, the potential rewards are immense. Despite these challenges, Bitcoin continues to intrigue, challenge, and disrupt. As we move forward, one thing is clear: the financial revolution is just beginning. So, we return to our initial question. Is there an alternative to our current financial system? We've journeyed through the world of Bitcoin, exploring its birth, the power of its underlying blockchain technology, and the impacts it's had on our financial landscape. We've seen how it stands as a digital disruptor, challenging the norms and offering a new, transparent, and borderless way of transacting. Despite the skepticism and challenges it faces, Bitcoin's journey from an idea rooted in cypherpunk ideology to a recognized force in the financial world showcases its disruptive potential. It represents a resistance against centralized authority, a call for autonomy, and a beacon of financial empowerment. As we move forward into an increasingly digital era, the potential of Bitcoin as a decentralizing force cannot be underestimated. Bitcoin is more than just a currency, it's a symbol of a decentralized future. The question isn't if this future will come, but when.